stupid doctrine, hoping it goes away. That's what these Christians been trying to do. That's what vocab and Abu and the truth after knowledge and false prophet 666 and all them individuals been trying to do for years. Here it is, I'm talking about. We're going on 20 years, you know, almost on YouTube. Some of you brothers are almost 20 years old, you know, and they still haven't been able to stop this truth. If anything, it's a juggernaut, bitch.
You can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. It only gets stronger. The more walls you put up, it busts down those walls, and the energy that it used to bust down those walls makes it stronger.
Like the book of Acts.
Yep.
The hell they went through, the stronger the church got.
Yeah,
and that's
beautiful.
the point, because where does the truth lie at? It lies in men.
Yeah.
So the truth is getting stronger because the men are getting stronger.
That's it. That's it.
Both sides tempering against men. You know, we coming out regardless. We don't, like Jeremiah, the spirit was burning inside him so much
you can't contain it.
You just gotta speak.
Yeah.
People see us, people are looking at us, but they have no idea the hell.
Yeah, exactly. The behind the scenes. You know, GMS behind the scenes.
Man,
you know,
certain other story, you be thanking the Lord that you ain't going. Not like that, but you be like, damn, my hell is nothing
compared.
To hear certain brothers of hell. Like,
yeah. Hey, now remember, I'm sorry, brother. When Yahweh Shai, right? He started off with one man. He gave us his truth to 11, which they added a 12th one to Memphis, right? And then the truth kept spreading, and it kept spreading abroad. It didn't stay concentrated in one place. You see, it just kept growing. That's why you had on different churches, you know. And then you had men that heard the message and went out and taught, and they weren't teaching in the name of Yahweh Shai, but they were teaching the same thing. You know, and that's how the Lord does it.
Yes, I'll finish that. It says, He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him.
Beautiful. Yeah, and deliver him and honor him. Why? Because he's going to make known to the world that what this man was saying and what these men were saying is the truth. Because why? He's going to confirm it. And that's how he's going to honor these men.
Yep.
And that's why Yahweh Shai coming out with the crowns.
These prophecies coming to pass is basically giving his name praise.
Yeah. Yep.
Y'all, we came on the internet, y'all were talking about concentration camps, but ultimately it's through the scriptures, but now we're seeing it.
Yeah.
The effects, it talks about the effects associated with prophecy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really the answer to all of the naysayers, all of the scoffing, all of the unbelief. Really, the prophecies coming to pass is giving credit to that name is real, because if these things didn't come to pass, ultimately that will bring shame to his name. Yeah, they can stop.
You're a false prophet.
That's it.
The scripture say, at the beginning shall speak and not lie. And we find comfort in that. We find comfort in, no matter what people say, it's still not going to pass. And we can actually see it right before the prophet was called prophet, was called seer. The Most High opened this in there. Right, so you have the watchman, right? The watchman had a higher point of view than the average person on the street level.
Yes.
On the ground. They were actually able to see way farther than somebody. They're on top of the wall.
Yeah.
But we can see afar off of what's actually getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
The foresight. So now the Lord gave us the spirit to come out and say, hey, look, this is what's about to happen. And we find comfort in that we know Yahweh Shai, He is, and His words are faithful and true.
Like He is. Literally, He is.
You don't like them both like this.
Concerning the tower, the name of the Lord is a strong. Proverbs 18:10. The name of the Lord Yahweh is a strong tower.
Yeah.
So backing the point, the watchman would be elevated above everybody else. So the name of the Lord, the true name of the Lord, is going to elevate you in understanding His judgment above everybody else.
Yeah.
And we elevate the name of the Lord.
That's it. That's it.
We're telling you who's getting ready to do this. Okay, we're not saying we're not adding another name to it.
Right.
Or it could be God, it could be Jesus, it could be Yahweh. We're saying no, it's Yahweh and His Son Yahweh Shai. These are the two entities that created everything, and that's what's bringing forth all these prophecies.
Well, if you don't have a true name, and you don't have sure word prophecy, because the prophecy is of Yahweh Shai, right? So who's coming? Right? Who's coming to judge the earth? The book is the spirit of prophecy. If you read Revelation 19, is the Yahushua spirit. So whose spirit identifies the judgment that's written in the book? You know? You gotta know the name of the Lord. Who are we talking about?
And furthermore,
It's written to say, lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written to me.
yes, I was gonna say also, no other God speaks about the things that are going to happen.
Right.
They haven't prophesied. Jesus, if you go into Christianity, what has Jesus said about prophecy? The mark of the beast. The micro AI. Concentration camp. What has Jesus said about Jacob Trouble? What has Jesus said about that? We actually see those things coming.
And now some of them trying to.
They trying.
Because it's here.
Yeah,
but they didn't see it afar off.
So that means they weren't prophets. They weren't prophets. How could you, in order to prophesy, that means something, you say something before it happens. You're not speaking about it right now.
Yeah, because you see it in your face.
And you know they're prophesied prosperity.
Yeah.
And prosperity's not coming. Prosperity's not here. Everybody's fucking sick, overweight, tired, broke. Where's the prosperity? All the prosperity is to a few select, the elites. They're taking all the wealth. Now they're getting ready to change the whole world on a different financial system. So they're really about to just snatch and grab everything. Where Jesus said prosperity, you're not going to have any prosperity. They're saying you're going to own nothing and be happy. What has Jesus Christ, what has he spoken about the things that we're actually experiencing right now? Nothing. So that just shows you that all these gods, Muhammad, Buddha, all these fucking gods, they're vain. They're no gods. They don't exist.
The gods of the nations are idols. Sorry, you got it.
Yeah, Revelation 19th chapter, it says that the spirit of the outside is what? The spirit of prophecy.
That's it.
So if you go into prophecy, and that's one of got to do but it said in the last, when it comes, but in the last by captivity, it says that what? You're going to realize it's not the power of the name of the Lord.
Yeah.
You got no power of the Lord.
Yep. The name of the Lord, Yahweh, is a strong
That's a
tower.
great one.
The righteous runneth into it, and it's safe. And when you say, hey, I was doing this, and I ran into it.
Right.
That means you figured something out. You was
Absorbed it.
you absorbed something. You was enlightened about something. You know, man, you won't believe I was out doing such stuff, and I ran into.
Yeah.
Right. So when you go into this word running in the blue letter, it's the Hebrew word rawatazah. Rawatazah. It says, I'm going straight to the point, strong definition, a primitive root to run for whatever reason, especially to rush. It says break down, divide. You know? So the name of the Lord had to be given to men, and they was able to break down and divide it. What the scripture say? A workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. You know?
Which shows you somebody got to break it down.
Somebody got to break it down. Somebody got to break it down. That's why Proverbs 30 says, tell me if you know. What is his name? And what is his son's name? Tell me if you know, if you can tell. But only those that have truly been given the Holy Spirit are able to break down the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son.
That's why you get the word Amma.
Yeah.
Yep.
Truth.
True.
Which goes back to math.
Yep.
Because all add,
You gotta add up.
you know.
You gotta add
It's
up.
truth. Math is just truth.
That's
You
it.
know,
There's
'cause
no
you
lie
look-
in math.
Yeah, you look at all of them equations. It's you know, it's uses for all that in certain industries, but really, it all just it's true.
It's
Right.
true.
It always is gonna come to a particular number, a particular this.
Yep.
Yep.
You know, 1
And
plus
it's-
1 is gonna always be 2.
And it's infinite.
It's infinite.
Yep.
Yep.
You gotta know how.
Yep.
Just going back, linking back to prophecy in the name of the Lord, that we're going to call on the name of the Lord, what? In the land of our captivity. We back up Deuteronomy 28. Go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people.
Yeah,
But it-
Jake hard headed. You know, I call it a spiritual hate. You know what I'm saying? Because Jake, like, he could have been him, or you know how Jake looked at you. Think he's smart, he's really a man of love, you know? So Jake don't want to hear you, but here it is, they get to a powerful position.
Right. Well, Jake doesn't want to go through the straight gate.
Yeah.
You know, just like in the wilderness,
Yeah.
the Moses told them what they was going to get, but they didn't want to go through the process that the Lord had laid out for them. They want everything easy.
They didn't want to be proven.
They didn't want to be proven. There you go.
They didn't want to go through the purging process.
That's Jake's problem. They don't want to go through nothing. They just want everything. They feel entitled to everything. You know?
Like you could take some bullshit and slap it together and say it's jewelry, or you could get something that's really been refined.
Right.
And you take it from rough to finish, and they got to go through a rigorous thing. And when you put the two together, you can see the difference. You can see the one that's been really through the rigorous, proving, of jewelry making,
like
and the one that was just slapped together. You got the Cartier, and then you got the 5 and dime.
You got the middle of the mile.
T-Move doctrine.
That shit straight from T-Move. On sale too.
Smell like chemicals.
Yeah, right.
That T-Move doctrine. Yep. It says Route 2 and 30. I knew that they would not hear me because it is a stiff-necked people. A 1 month trip took 40 years. It should have took no more than 1 month to get from where they was at.
Egypt to the promised land.
So basically, you're saying it would have took like 3 months to get from Assyria to Egypt. Where they get a year and a half?
Yeah, exactly.
And when you consider a stiff neck, like you trying to talk to somebody, they have to turn their head to listen to you. Jacob like, I don't want to.
Yeah, like somebody we know.
Yep. It says
It's a lot of that going on.
And then if you try to grab like the spirit saying pull the shoulder. But here they won't look at you, they won't listen to you, they won't turn and look at you, and then like you try to grab it, pick it off from me. So what do you do with people like this? The Most High have already warned us that hey look, they ain't gonna listen. Okay.
put them in
They won't
captivity.
listen to me.
You look at our people, the only thing, even dealing with dealing with Jacob, the only thing the Lord could have did with us is slavery.
Facts.
What else could he have done with Jacob?
Nothing.
I watched a little clip on Instagram, right? The lady trying to teach her son math, right? And she's like, what's 2 plus 2? He was just looking at her like, she pulled a belt out. What's 2 plus 2, 4? Quick! So it took her to bring the belt out for him to answer her.
The rod of correction.
But look, if you really consider it,
Oh, Sellouts, can I say this? It said the foolishness is bound in the heart of the child, but the rod of correction shall be far from it.
yeah. Now if you consider it, like Jake still didn't get it. Like slavery still didn't fix Jake.
Yeah.
Slavery still didn't fix Jake.
Nah.
The hell of a ass.
The word being preached all these years still didn't fix Jake.
Nah.
Right?
It only made him subservient to Esau.
That's it.
Say they would not always be mindful of the schools. So some of us are going to get right off the ass with but the majority of us
The same shall know
after death by pain.
So they're gonna get the moral of the story, right? After they get burned by fire,
Right.
And then come righteous in the kingdom.
Oh, now I see where you're coming
see
from.
what I'm
See,
You know?
Oh, that's what you meant.
The Most High has to change, and that's why they're gonna have that everlasting shame and contempt.
Yeah.
You know, but you have certain spirits in the Most High created that are gonna be burned up.
Yeah.
That's gonna get it in the kingdom. That's it.
That's what they were appointed for.
That's it. I mean, for that wrath.
Made to be destroyed. Yep. So it says in the middle of verse 32nd chapter, it says, because it is a stiff-necked people, but in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves.
Land. About captivity.
With an S, captivity. Which shows you it started here in America. Right? The truth grew out of here. You got Israelite camps all over the world. And what are they teaching? The One West doctrine. Right? And it came from Harlem. From our elders, which we're not ashamed to speak about, Elder Albert Bivens, King Masha, High Priest Ariah, High Priest Yaakov, High Priest Shah, and the other high priests that came, that were back then, even though they fell off. But that's where the foundation of this goes back to. Not to no Cherry, not to Wentworth, not to Denmark DC, not to Marcus Garvey. Some of the roots go back then, but not the core teachings of what you see today.
Hey, Apostle, quick question.
Yes, sir.
You might know, I remember hearing the elder from Cali break down Harlem.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual meaning behind that word. Dealing with the truth. I can't remember.
I'm not sure about Harlem, but I know that you had. I'm not sure what year that was. I think that was in 1920. We have something called the Harlem Renaissance. You know, so I don't know if it has something to do with that.
Chat GPT might know.
I know he made a correlation with Harlem to Jerusalem. I want to say.
Oh well, you know, because the school came out of Harlem, and that would be like Harlem would be like spiritually known as New Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Right. And
He
the
broke it
temple-
down beautiful, man. I
The
can't.
temple got corrupted, but
Yeah.
the truth still came out of it.
There you
go.
A lot of people, they like to bring up how One West it got
Became
corrupted.
corrupt,
Y'all
yeah.
told us the story,
Yeah.
but the same thing happened in the temple. Why do you think John the Baptist was in the wilderness preaching instead of in the temple?
Right.
He could have used his position, his lot,
Yeah.
to make money, to hijack,
Mm-hmm.
get a position, but he saw all of the bullshit through the spirit, and he went to the wilderness.
Yeah, the Lord
That's the
separated
same
him.
thing y'all did in, what was it, like 2000?
Yeah.
Y'all left
Well,
the school.
actually, we know we left around because Lahab and them left in like 95. You know, with that whole central command ship. Then around 1996, towards the end of 96, something like that, or middle of 96, that's when the split came to where we, King Mashah opened up the House of David on 126th. You know, and then from there, we got kicked out that same year, towards the end of the year, I believe. We did that at the beginning of 97, and then we've been on our own ever since then. But we were never on our own, like the Apostle Paul said, the Lord was with me. And my first response when they speak to me, but the Lord was with me. You know?
It says, they shall in the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves.
Yeah, and that's the fear of prophecy. In the land of our captivity, which is Babylon the Great, we shall remember ourselves.
Yeah.
If you can get in Revelation 11 and 11,
Yep.
that's what bag up. All right. Us remembering ourselves. The Lord says we're going to put the spirit. All right. Back in the news.
So we gonna be brought back to what we know.
Right, exactly. That's
Yeah, we're what?
second Peter.
Yeah, we're what?
Israelite.
And now what language did the Israelites speak?
Hebrew.
So if the Lord gonna bring us back to our nationality, He's not gonna give us a language. He's not gonna give us His name.
Right.
Well, that's the first thing you really learn in the truth.
Yeah.
Is his name. Just like when Lord said, Moses asked the Lord, when people are asking me, what's your name? What should I tell them?
Yeah.
You know, and he basically told him the name. Like, this is the God that's going to do this. You know?
That's it.
Yeah, because the scriptures speak about how we will lose our inheritance.
Yeah, we're going to discontinue
Yeah.
our heritage.
Discontinue.
Yep.
Part of that discontinuing was the name.
Yeah.
So now coming back, will we not also get the name back as well? It just shows me that there's a spirit against that name.
Yeah.
Why there's so much controversy? Because it's part of the stumbling block.
Yeah.
Okay.
Acts
I
4.
am is dreadful among the heathen.
There you go.
I imitate life. Because I can, like, say, yo, what? You know, the Lord said, secret, like, here it is. It's the mirror, my voice.
Right.
Call my name. You gonna turn around?
Right.
But if I hear that say Joseph,
Right.
you're not gonna turn around and listen.
Yeah.
Because that's not his
That's
name.
not your name.
Well, there's something. Just remember with this Acts 4 chapter. But there was a situation where, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Okay. No, you had a situation where you had a bunch of people, right, that were on this side of the fence. You had a bunch of sheep, and they were calling the sheep exactly how the shepherd called the sheep, but they wouldn't move.
I didn't say that.
And then as soon as the shepherd called the sheep, the same call, they came running.
They heard his voice.
Right.
The vibration
Yeah.
is deeper than just the voice, because somebody can imitate the voice.
Right.
Right? Like Christianity tries to imitate the truth,
Right.
but it's not the truth.
Right.
There's a distinct sound.
There you go. And that no, you're good. You in the spirit, brother. But that distinct sound, like you say, it's a vibration and energy that comes with it. That's why you always say, my sheep hear my voice and they follow me. A stranger's voice will they not hear.
Yeah.
And then going back to the name situation, like the book of Acts, the 4th chapter, pretty much what was the main thing that they were trying to destroy? Was the name of Yahushua. Because they knew that was what was connected to that particular God. And if you figure if you could destroy that name, you could destroy the foundation, and then everything else will fall apart.
That's it.
But you can't do it. You know, you can't do it.
Yeah, Revelation 11:11.
Yep.
It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life will go inside enters into them.
Yeah, but see that punishment. All right, if you go into 19 slavery, you know, speak about slavery. 19 what?
That's them ice motherfuckers. That's them ice.
Yeah, 1619, 1620 to 1969, 1970. You're not on the ice.
The ice age, right? Yeah, I figured that. As soon as I looked at that, first thing I thought about is ice age. And that's what how they roll. They roll in little groups.
Yeah. They got to. One ain't gonna cut it. Yeah, they got to.
Yeah, it's Revelation 11:11. And after 3 days and a half.
Yeah, so after, remember, we served our punishment. All right, according to Lamentations 21 and what did that 4:22? Our negatives accomplished because we served our captivity.